And we are live. Welcome to the Transparency Network podcast live stream. And what we're talking about today is how to get blog placements if you are a hip hop artist, and some of the things that you should avoid if you're trying to get placements, and overall just how that system works. Who I got with us today is a guy who I've actually known for a bit. He reached out to me a while back, and he is a blog contributor to a bunch of blogs based out of the DMV area.
Yep.
And he is going to be talking to us today about, what he does as a blog contributor and how exactly you can get placements and get some real traction with your music. So thank you for coming on today, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So first off, what exactly tell us exactly what you do for the blogs that you contribute for, and just overall what you do regarding that.
Okay, so I write for a lot of blogs. I write for the Plug Society, which is a Philadelphia-based hip hop blog that covers a lot of underground music and rising artists. I write for Dat Piz, another rising underground hip hop blog, Music on the Dot, which is a prominent DMV blog, the DMV Daily. I write also contribute to OMG Red Raptor, which is a pretty poppin' blog out of Texas. And what I do is I write about music, I do interviews, and I'm also getting into doing PR and covering events in the local area.
Okay. Okay. Um so let me ask you, how did you get into doing all that? Like, how did you get connected with those blogs and start writing for them? Like, how do you even start writing for a blog?
Got you. So I wanted to blog. I think it started when I was in like sophomore in college. I wanted to write about music because I was really into hip hop, but I didn't really have any sort of platform to write on. So I tried making a WordPress. That didn't work. I didn't know anything about design. So one of my friends, his name is Nash Nimbus. Nash mixed it. I mean, no, Nimbus mixed it. He he went. We both went to St. College, whatever. He is an engineer that works with a lot of artists in the area. At the time, he's working with Real Black, Johnny Rocket, and he's popping now. He's working with Shy Glizzy, Q the Fool. But he's the guy that introduced me to like the local music scene, and he got me connected with this guy named Chris. He's the founder and owner of Music on the Dot. So then I just started writing for them, and from there I just started just working more and more for other sites in the area and other sites in the area and interning.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you write for these blogs,
Yeah.
do you get is it pretty hard to get paid to write for some of these blogs? Like, do you get
Uh,
a per article basis when you write for them?
but it's nah, it's really hard to get paid. I mean, the way most people get paid is like you through people paying to get a video posted, song posted. But to make money, blogging is real difficult. Like the only sites that pay are like the really big sites. Like I don't even think Elevator pays. Like
Really?
you gotta be at a pretty big level to really make money blogging. Like and like let me get so I know, for example, I talked to a guy I know named Trey, and he got paid like $1,000 for an article on high sobriety. So to get paid blogging, you got to be on a really big platform, like a Double XL, like a Hot New Hip Hop, like a High Sobriety. You got to be on a really big level. Everything else, you're not really getting paid. I mean, some people they might get paid every once in a while, but it's not gonna be anything consistent unless you like really good at finessing people and getting them to pay you. Otherwise, it's hard to make money.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, two things. Number one, you basically are implying that the main way that blogs that are underground blogs make money is by charging people to post videos. Is that true? Like
Yeah,
like the main way that these blogs make money is by taking money for submissions.
yeah, yeah.
So doesn't that kind of, if you're taking money for submissions, doesn't that kind of take the authenticity out of these blogs?
Yeah, it does. But that's kind of just the way it is. That's kind of just the way it is. I'm busy. Sorry, but now this is kind of the way it is. Unfortunately, it's just not a lot of money to be made vlog unless you get to a really high level, and then getting
So,
paid consistently is hella difficult.
hmm, okay. And is that and so that is even if you own the blog, it's hard to get paid, or
If
just
you
if you're
somebody, if you somebody that owns like the main way blogs make money is through like having like getting videos reposted on their YouTube pages, and then like writers may charge people for premieres and stuff like. I know when I hit up Bluntic, they charge like $75, to premiere a song. Other people may charge 100, 150. But the main way that people really make money, like, is through video submission, through getting videos reposted on their page, or maybe occasionally they'll get somebody that might want to pay for a song. But at the end of the day, paying to get a song posted is fucking dumb. Like it doesn't really it won't really do anything for your career if you just get a song posted on the site. But people are willing to pay, hundreds of dollars to get the video reposted if the page is popping enough.
yeah, speaking of that, there's a couple things. Well, one, the with certain blogs like Elevator, I know for example, their YouTube channel
Yeah.
has a few. I think it's how many subscribe? It's got like a few 100,000 subscribers on there.
It's I know it's a million plus. I don't think it's at 2 million yet, but it's definitely a million plus.
Okay, so it's a million plus. All right.
Yeah.
So getting a video posted on Elevator, that's actually kind of a big deal. Getting
Yeah.
on a platform like that is a legitimate thing that could really boost your career up.
Yeah.
Have you seen some of these blogs that will be charging up the ass for placements on these pages, and the following is either not really, it just isn't really enough, or it's even fake?
Hmm. Okay, I could give you not really. Not really. I don't know any pages that like are fake or that really aren't worth how much they're charging. Like most of the pages, the amount they charge, I feel like is usually worth it. Like you get your money's worth.
Okay,
Like
because I
yeah,
asked that because there's been people that I have seen that will say that
yeah,
there's certain blog pages on Twitter
yeah,
that will pay for tweets, like you pay them and they'll tweet about your song this many
yeah,
times a day, only to find out later that that this blog paid for a bunch of fake followers
yeah,
so they can charge money.
yeah. That's it. That's whack. That's really really whack.
How
Yeah,
often do things like that happen that you see? Is that something that you see that's common?
like nah, not for me. Nah, not really. I mean,
Hmm.
it's out there, but like I just don't. I probably don't pay attention if something is fake or like, or if I could tell something is fake, I'm just not gonna pay it no mind. So I probably
Okay.
see stuff like that on Twitter, but yeah, I just wouldn't pay it any mind if I saw anything like that.
Okay. Okay. So with that said, you said with the main way that these blogs are getting money is placements. Is there any way that these blogs are posting these songs just because they like the song,
I
or is it
mean,
all paid placements?
I mean that happens if you got like the right connections. If like usually if the person like owns the site, messes with you, or somebody who's at like the top level, because you have junior writers and you have editors. So if an editor messes with your stuff, you're probably not getting charged. If it's like somebody who's at the top, you're probably not getting charged enough. But it really just depends on the website, and it depends on the artist for real, for real.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah,
So
mm,
something that I have wondered with some of the bigger tier blogs,
yeah,
the XXLs,
yeah,
even I would even say like the Elevators, Lyrical Lemonade now, these are bigger tier blogs that they only seem to cater to upper tier type of artists.
yeah.
Is that just a coincidence, or is that like you're not going to get posted unless you are in this sector of artists now?
And I feel with Lyrical Lemonade, I feel like they're probably the most authentic underground blog out there. They only post you if you got like if you're worth posting about. I never seen anything on their website where I was like questioning it or whatever. So I feel like they got a lot of integrity, and what they do is, yeah, they really put on people that got that talent. Like getting a
Mhm.
lyrical lemonade is hard. It's really hard. I haven't talked to any writers at this. So I don't know if they do if they like if people pay to get on there or not. But I feel like yeah, they got a lot of integrity. They only put on people that are worth writing and talking about. People who have a way, who can be big. Yeah.
Well, what I was more talking about would be, for
Okay.
example, to get on a blog like Complex or
Yeah.
XXL. If you are not a major signed artist, is it pretty much a no go that like you're just not going to get on there?
Yeah, to get on there, yeah, you gotta have like really good industry connections or have a label behind you. To just be like a small tier independent artist and get on there, that shit is really tough. I mean, it's possible. I seen like it's a guy from Virginia. I forget his name now. He doesn't have a huge following. He had his tape posted on his mixtape posted. He gets like he got like I think like 5,000 on his last music video that dropped like a year ago. So you can get there. You just got to have the right connections for like a double XL. That's really really difficult to get on. Anything like that has yeah, good luck.
So
It's
this is something
possible.
that is it's not necessarily blog related, but it's related to
Yeah.
paying for placements. There's a
Yeah.
lot of people that what they'll do is they'll pay a bunch of money to get on the big world star YouTube
Yeah.
page. They'll pay like five, six, $7,000
Yeah.
to get on there. Do you think that that is something that would be a worthwhile investment if you have the money to do that?
If you got the money, I say yeah. Like I don't know what their view, how many like subscribers they have, but I haven't seen any like world star videos in recent memory tank. Everything that goes on, it does reasonably well, and it's better than dropping on like your own page. So I think it's worth it for sure.
Hmm.
It's gonna get noticed.
Yeah, especially now that I think about it. Did you hear about the dude named Kid Boo?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
watched all the videos where they're breaking down like how he just been lying this whole time.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I I first saw him on World Star and he had millions of views. And that
Yeah.
was something that I was thinking to myself. I'm like, this dude made it on World Star? Like, and like all the comments were talking about like they were asking everybody in the comments, does anybody actually think this is good? And everyone was just saying no. I don't know why this has this many views.
Yeah.
And then to come to find out, it was crazy because once I saw all the videos, come to find out this dude had gotten from the Migos
Mm.
and had like 10,000 views, and that was
Wow.
it.
Okay, I haven't seen that video. He had one of the Migos or all of them.
I think it was just one of the Migos.
Oh, that's still pretty big, but it only had 10,000 views. Yeah, I gotta check that joint out. I haven't seen that video.
To me, man, that shit just proves that
That's
big features do not matter as much as people think that they do
yeah,
anymore.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
The only thing I would say is if they're gonna promote it,
Yeah,
then maybe it's worth it.
yeah, definitely. If they gonna promote it, it's probably worth it. But
Mm.
yeah, that is I don't know when people pay for features like I don't know who the last person that for sure paid for a feature and it really got them on. Like usually when they have a relationship with the artist, it might help out. But I don't know anybody that like paid to get a big feature and that got them on. I don't
I really don't know either. But at the same time, though, I heard that the
know.
labels just pay each other for the features.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Some money still got to be exchanged, regardless.
Yeah. So it's weird. Like,
Yeah,
I- I've heard of stories that even when the artists like each other, they still have to do that. They still have to
yeah,
exchange money, even though they're going to do the song anyways, but the label makes them exchange money.
yes, yep. It's still a business exchange. Yeah, yeah, I understand.
Yeah. But when it comes to actually paying for a feature, just like a random person paying for it, I don't know. I don't know anybody. Usually what ends up happening is it just gets a lot more views than normal but it
Yeah.
never becomes a big hit.
Yeah, it doesn't catch any traction. It'll be buzzing for maybe like a week, low key buzz, not even like blowing up. It'll low key buzz for like a week, then it's just nothing else happens after that.
Hmm.
Especially if it's a one time thing. If it's just a one time thing, like that artist don't co sign them or do nothing with them after that, don't take them on tour, don't do nothing, it don't really go nowhere.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah, I think you're right about that. If it's just a one-time thing, and again, especially if they don't even share the song on
Yeah,
their social media, then it's not going to even get that much traction at all because
yeah,
people still don't know that it exists.
yeah, very true.
So
Yep,
speaking of that, because we're talking about low key buzzing and
yeah,
big buzzing,
yeah.
what at what level can an underground artist even say that their song is buzzing? Because I see people talking about my song just got 1,000 views. I'm buzzing, and
Like
I'm
I
like,
say, like low key buzz. If you get 50,000, 50,000 in your area, you probably know who you are, but no one else does at like 50,000. To me, that's a low key buzzing. If a video gets 50,000, to me that's like you got a low key little buzz. Like you probably like are well known in your city or in your state, but you still not nationally known yet. So I say like 50K. That's when I say somebody's low key. They definitely got a buzz right there. Cause 50K, that's not that easy to reach. 20K, yeah. 10K, yeah. 50K, that's not real easy to make it to.
I I would
Unless
say
you can.
10K. I'd say
10K.
10K. I'd say
Okay.
10K if you're in a decent sized city
Yeah.
and the song is decent. I
Yeah.
think you could probably reach that
Okay.
if the marketing isn't that bad.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would say 50K is like the turning point. And then the
Yeah.
real turning point, I would say, is once it reaches like 150,000,
Yeah. Yeah.
200,000.
Because then people like World Star definitely probably have seen it by then. Like people who matter have seen it usually when it gets at least 100K. It's gonna catch some
Yeah.
traction.
Yeah. Well, I was watching this interview that said that there's a lot of these A&Rs that
Yeah.
are catching this shit really early. I'm talking these people are seeing these major videos at 5,000 views, 2,000 views.
Mm. I guess if the person is plugged in or if they have like an intern that's passing them information. Yeah, I can see that.
Well, either that, but it almost sounded like from the interview that I listened to
Hmm.
that these A&Rs a lot of times are thirsty for artists to find.
Yeah, if you A&R, you probably really, really is plugged into what's going on. Like most A&Rs, they follow blogs, local blogs, large blogs. Like they be online trying to find talent. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but well, the way that A&Rs work,
yeah,
isn't it that they get a commission for getting an artist signed to a label?
yep,
Yeah, so they're based and they know, especially if they're working for a label that is essentially day trading artists,
yep,
they're probably just looking for someone that has a certain image just to try to get a commission.
yeah. That's true.
Do
Yep.
you think that because I've heard a lot of people talk about the day trading artist thing, especially with I saw an interview with Leor Cohen on the Breakfast Club, and he was
Yeah.
talking about how people are doing that. Do you
Mm.
think that has to do with the labels necessarily, or do you think that the A&Rs are getting so thirsty for commissions that they're just trying to get as many artists signed as possible, and then they don't really care what they do with the rest of their career? They just got the commission for getting them a deal.
I, I agree with the latter part you said about A&Rs being just a little bit too thirsty. I mean, but I guess I don't know. I feel at the end of the day, they're trying to like prove their worth. So they trying to find people that the label might want to pick up.
Hmm. Okay, so you were talking earlier
Yeah,
about um, when it comes to people that are wanting to get their stuff posted on blogs,
yeah,
that people will a lot of times do the wrong types of things. They
yeah,
will not come at you guys correct. They will
yeah,
want you to just, they're just expect way too much. What are
yeah.
some of the most ridiculous things that you've come across?
The most ridiculous things I've come across. I think I told you earlier about the one nigga that he just sent me like one sentence. I'm a 16-year-old SoundCloud rapper. Give this a listen. Niggas just send links. Niggas, people just send DMs. Like I'm really trying to think of like the dumbest thing that I got. Sometimes people don't even, sometimes people forget to link the song. They'll send you the subject and just don't even put the song.
Oh,
And then they got
jeez.
it. So sometimes people really, really don't know what they're doing. But I'm really trying to think of something terrible. I feel like the one with like the guy who's 16 who just sent me a little a little blurb and just a song link. Or people just sometimes they forget to even include their Twitter name, no bios, no nothing. Just yo, can you check this out? Yo, I heard you blog. Can you check this out? Yo, can you put me on your sites? Like they don't even like I write for like 4 different sites. You gotta be a little bit more specific. Like people just a lot of times don't know how to write basic emails, put together a bio, put together a pitch, just basic like communication skills, like including the person's name, like hey blah blah blah, and then like people just a lot of rappers just are terrible at that. I don't know why.
That's
It's
so
not that
weird
hard.
because you would think that the rappers of all people, they know how to rap, but they don't
Yeah,
know how to write an email that without like a million misspellings.
yeah, without like misspelling, without missing information, like yeah, like, I don't know. Just a lot of rappers are not good at that. Some are. Like I got in some emails from rappers where they got everything. They got the EPK. They got everything I would want. But most of the times, rappers will just send like a short sentence, blah, yeah, yo, check this out. Or they'll just copy and paste the same thing they sent to everybody else, which I'm not really fucking with. If someone send me something that's obviously been copied and pasted, I'm not gonna check it out or reply.
How can you tell if something has been copied and pasted? I mean, if
But
it's
I just the
really
language,
super obvious, but
like usually just the language they use, like it's nothing specific at all. At all. It's just a broad like paragraph or broad address is sent to everyone. I don't know. I just don't like those joints. Where it's just like
do you
it looks
sometimes
yeah.
what's up?
Yeah, I just don't like when it looks like they put no thought, like they didn't do their research. Like, say, if somebody emails me and they have no idea which blog I write for, they just be like, "Yo, you write for some blogs?" Like stuff like that, where people just did not do even the littlest bit of research to find out stuff, small stuff like that. Just hey, can you put this on your sites? Stuff like
Okay.
that.
So if somebody wants to get a placement on a blog,
Yeah.
doing research is something that could really help their first impression out then.
Yeah, like all like something like we talked about earlier is like make sure the person will actually like your music. Like look at what they actually write about. Like, go most sites you can go to you can look up the writer's name and have all the articles they wrote. Like look into what they're actually writing about to make sure that they'll like your music. Cause even if it's good, like they may not be inspired by it. It may not really suit what they like and what they like to listen to. So always just make sure you research, find out what site the person writes for and make sure that like they would, possibly be interested in your music.
Okay, that's very important because there's a lot of times where these blogs they'll only post a
Yeah.
certain genre of rap or a certain type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
rap.
You gotta make sure like the brands match up. Like, yeah, you just gotta make sure like your music would fit on the website, and also like I said, look into what the writer is, what site type of stuff they're publishing to make sure like that your music would possibly appeal to them. Because everyone has different things that they think are dope.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You talked earlier about an EPK. What is
Yeah.
that?
Electronic press kit. So like
Okay, talk
electronic
about
press
that for
kits.
a second, because a lot of people probably don't even know what that is. They've heard of it, but they don't know what it actually entails. What is an
Um,
electronic press kit?
so EPK should just have all the basic information, like your content, your social media information about the song, just things that can help the writer out when they're writing whatever article or post that they're doing. Like so, where you're from, the basic things that somebody needs to know about the artist, like the song credits, a description of the song, what inspired the song, just the basic things you need when you because like I was talking about earlier, when somebody gives me an email that doesn't have anything like to go off of, like it doesn't give me nothing to work with. I can't just work off a SoundCloud link because a lot of times they don't even tag the producers. I don't know nothing about it. Sometimes they don't even like tag their actual social media. So when you send an EPK, it just has to have all the necessary information you need that a writer would need, that a writer or whoever you're sending to would need to write something about your music. But
How
like,
important are
yeah,
things such as pictures and images of what you look like as an artist in the electronic press kit.
That's a crucial part of it. Like that's part of the presentation. It gotta look nice. It gotta have some professional for my bad. It gotta have some professional pictures. It gotta look clean. Yeah, so that's real important.
Have you
And
ever
colors.
had
And yeah, my bad. And make sure you choose good colors to make it easy to read. Like don't choose something that's gonna all blend together. Good pictures, good colors, and make sure that everything just no typos.
have you ever had people try to use like bathroom selfies as their pictures before?
No, I had like mad people that them just like smoking weed. I don't know why, but that's like a lot of people just have pictures of them smoking weed and like and this that's what they decide to use. I don't know. That's been something though. Like they'll just be chilling on the couch smoking weed. Like that's their Avi. They'll take their Avi and just send it and use that. Like nah, that's not cool, bro. A lot of times it's low quality anyway. It's not like it's an artistic photo or anything. Just a nigga smoking weed.
Yeah, that doesn't really make you stand out.
Yeah, yeah,
Here's a question I have. So, when it comes to what the artist looks like and what the song sounds like, let's say the song sounds great and it's a
yeah.
great candidate to be posted, but the image doesn't match what the song is about. It
Okay.
doesn't match the vibe of the song. It's not the image is just off.
Yeah.
Is that alone enough to make a blog not want to post you, even if the song is hot as fuck, but your image is just completely off?
Nah, that's being real nitpicky. Nah, that shouldn't be that. Nah, that really doesn't matter that much. Like if the song is good, the song is good. Like yeah, that's not that big of a deal. And even if the song is bad, if it's bad enough to be a meme, then it's probably worth posting too.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, okay. Say that again. Okay, say that again. Say that again, because that's important.
If a
People need.
song, because like yeah, if a song is bad enough to be memeable, it's probably worth posting as well. In my opinion,
Okay.
like yeah, if a song it has something about it that makes it interesting, then I'm probably gonna post about it. I mean, other people might not feel the same way. I don't know. What do you think about that? Like, can a song be so bad it's memeable and worth posting about? What do you think?
I would say so. I would
Yeah,
say so because I mean, just look at any of these songs like Ice JJ Fish
yeah,
or when Slim Jesus came
yeah,
out, or I'm trying to think of. I mean, any other. I mean, shit. Even Kid Boo.
yeah, yep. That's
I
true.
don't even know how that came out. I mean, I think some chick made a video about it, and then No Jumper, he jumped right at it and then blew it all up.
Well, yeah, his ex girlfriend like mad people post about it on For Hype TV post, but yeah, it was his ex girlfriend made a whole video about it. Adam 22 picked it up, Forward Hype picked it up, just yeah, and it kept rolling from there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. In fact, it seems almost like now they are purposely searching for songs that are memeable because those are the ones that
yeah.
get the more clicks.
Adam 22 posts a lot of shit that's not good, but it's really memeable. He does that for
Yeah,
sure. He-
I still I still don't I still don't know he if those songs that get posted, if those people pay to post or what, because I,
on
I
what the
don't know.
videos or the like on the you talking about the SoundCloud page or the videos?
The videos on his
The
channel.
videos, yeah, I'm not 100% sure. It's an artist who like hit me up who he had a song post that got posted no jumper. It was a while before like the page blew up or whatever. He got a song posted about a year ago, and it's not that great of a song. And I feel like maybe the reason Adam might have picked it up is because it's somewhat interesting.
Hmm.
But I don't know. I don't know how that works with the videos. If like how much people pay, I assume they probably pay a little bit, but I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. I
It's
haven't
weird because
hit them up about that. Yeah,
it's just weird because I see people talking about how, this person paid, and then
yeah.
Adam will say that he doesn't take payments, and then I'll hear him say some other time that he I don't know. I don't know what the deal is.
I mean, just like a lot of times people just lie. Most people just lie about that because it's like about not taking payments. A lot of people just lie about that. I mean, everyone does it. Not everyone, but a lot of people just lie about not taking payments. So I mean, he
That
could be lying, he could not. I don't know.
that's true. Yeah, that could be true. That
Yeah,
could be true. There's something I want to ask you about because you were talking about Trey. I think I know who you're talking about. So I think
yeah,
you're the one that linked me up with
yeah,
him. And
yeah.
I was talking to Trey about this topic too. He said that
Mm,
one of the biggest things that they go on, that like Elevator, for example, will go by,
yeah.
is how good the cover art of the song is.
Oh, that's interesting. Me and him talk a lot. I never talked to him about the cover art being that important. I know like one thing he mentions like if is that if the rapper does not follow the page, the if the rapper doesn't follow Elevator is not gonna fuck with him. That's like off bat. You gotta follow Elevator if you want to be on their YouTube page. But I didn't know the cover art was such an important thing. Was like that big of a thing to them.
He
But it
told
makes
me
sense.
that he told me that a song that is less than average with
Yeah.
great cover art is more likely to be posted than a song with bad cover art that is really really good.
I mean, I feel to know Elevator. They want to make sure like their presentation has to be on point. Like if you look at the YouTube page, all the videos look pretty fucking amazing. If you look at the website, everything is laid out real nice. I understand why that would be really important. And rappers do need to care more about their cover art. Like I said, niggas can't just take like the Avi or some random photo and use that as a cover photo for a song. People gotta like put some time into make sure this shit look nice.
I will say, to be fair, that it is hard to find people that make
Mm,
good cover art though.
mm. I didn't know it was is really that hard to find good
I
cover art?
I have had issues finding people to get good cover art from.
Is
The
it because
people
the
that I
prices?
know, because people are either not good enough or the
Yeah.
people that are really good are very unreliable.
Okay, they don't get back to you.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
unreliable, and you just like can't really fuck with them like that because you
Mm,
know because it just takes too long. Especially if you want to drop a song,
yeah.
within a couple days and the cover art's not done. I'm waiting on you now because the cover art not done.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I feel what you're saying. I feel what you're saying. Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
but I just wondered if that was the case when it comes to the cover art with like some of the blogs that are on the lower end of the spectrum.
On the lower end, I think it doesn't matter as long as they can find a good supplementary photo. If you got like good photos, they can use one of those. It's all good. They'll just do that.
Okay.
So as long as you got something good out there, if the cover art not good, at least have good professionally taken photos on your profile that people can use to supplement you not having the best cover art in the world.
Okay. And there's another thing I also wanted to ask when it comes to getting put on these blogs because I've had people write me back
Yeah,
when it comes to submitting songs, and they've said that if a song is not mixed well enough, that
yeah.
they will not post it.
But the thing is, like, I don't want to say that's not completely subjective, but like sometimes shit does not mix becomes a hit song. Like
Oh,
that's
I know.
happened a lot. Like I mean, I guess it just your mixing gotta be pretty damn terrible for somebody to turn you down. It gotta be unbearable. Like something can be not mixed to perfection and still be an amazing song. Like niggas are into that lo-fi sound nowadays. So I don't know about that. It gotta really like suck ass for it not to get posted.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I agree with you on that. On that, um, I've seen plenty of songs that went big that
Yeah.
that it didn't even sound like it was mixed.
Like some of Smoke Purp's early stuff was not mixed well, and those shits would like becoming online hits. He did not have the best mixing on those early songs. Yeah. So it just like I said, your mixing gotta be like god awful for it not to get posted. Gotta be pretty bad.
Do you think that some of those people, when it comes to turning people down for postings, they'll just say things like that? They'll just give you an excuse. Oh, we can't post it because of this.
I mean, yeah, like sometimes I try not to do that. Like I usually I'll try to reply, but yeah, sometimes people will do stuff like that. If they just really ain't feeling the song, they'll try to come up with some sort of reason. But usually, it's easy to tell somebody's bullshitting you. It's not that hard.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So for anybody that wants to build a relationship with some of these the lower tier blogs, what are some of the things that you would suggest to
Uh.
get in good and to
Okay.
get, because I mean these are, I mean getting posted
Yeah.
on these platforms is a pretty key thing
Yeah.
when it comes to actually getting some traction and some traffic to
Yeah.
your music.
Yeah. Okay. So you said the main thing they could do to get posted.
Well, the main thing that they can do to build good relationships with these blogs and the people that write for them.
Okay. I mean, this really just I don't want to say being a cool person, 'cause it sounds like mad, just broad, but I guess the first thing, not I guess, but the first thing you could do, of course, is like go to Twitter, search the blog names, just go to people, find out who writes whatever blog you're interested in, follow them, and just email them. Like, don't be too aggressive about it. Just email them. Q, check this out. One way to get in, like at least I feel like to get in is don't ask for a placement. Like send this person the song, ask for feedback, actually ask what they think, and then in the future send them a song. And if they really rocking with you on the first time on the first song you send them or the first video, then from there go and ask them if they want to do a placement and write about your music. Just don't be too forceful about it. And like I said, be somewhat professional. Make sure you ain't got a bunch of typos. Make sure you have a greeting. Make sure you have a closer. Just basic things, to have a good email. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah. That's definitely a big thing when it comes to just making emails that don't sound like a 5th grader wrote them.
And this is probably small, but have a good pin tweet. Like something that I hate is when people have like just say iTunes link as their pin tweet. Like have something that people can automatically click on, whether it's a YouTube link, a video snippet, a SoundCloud link. Have something as your pin tweet that people can click on and it automatically plays your music. Don't make it difficult. Don't take me to iTunes, especially if I don't know anything about you.
Okay, yeah, that's good too. Yeah, that's definitely a good. Would you say that also to not take them to Spotify either?
Spotify is to me is better. I wouldn't mind that as much, but really, like I said, like have like a video, have a SoundCloud, like post something at the top of the page that somebody could immediately press on. Just don't make it difficult. Don't take them to like iTunes. Spotify to me is cool. I'm on Spotify all the time, but just like the best thing to do is of course have a video snippet, have something visual that expresses the type of artist you are and gets people interested. Yeah, that's how I
Okay.
feel about that.
Okay. And before I wrap this up, you said earlier in the interview
Yeah.
that you were actually doing some PR
Yeah.
for live events. Talk about that. What do you mean by PR for live events?
Oh, for live events, I just do a lot of press. I cover underground and then even larger events. Like the large event I covered was this weekend. It was All Things Go, which is a DC based event that they had. It's called All Things Go Fall Classic. I think the attendance for the first night was like 3,500 people. And
Okay.
honestly, getting like press for them was really easy, which I was surprised at. I just like add them on Twitter, said who do I email? I emailed them, tell them what I do, who I write for, and it was like, yeah, you good to go. So I
Okay.
mean, covering events is it's a really dope thing because at least in my area, the DMV, no one covers. Or I feel like in most cities, people don't cover like up and coming artist shows. They really don't do that. I don't think anyone really does it like outside of the area or just anywhere. No one really consistently covers or even attends. A lot of bloggers don't go to local shows. So like to go to local shows, interact with artists, to to write about them, to meet them, all of that stuff, exchange information. It's been a great experience for me.
Yeah, that's definitely. I mean, that's actually a really big turnout for a local show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
3,500 people. That's, yeah, that's a
3,500.
pretty big thing.
Yeah, and all things go. I think it's only like their fifth event that they're doing in the area. But they do really good. And that's the big show I've gone to. So some other shows I go to, it may only be like 50 people. But the great thing is just going to these places and meeting people, make connections, and just doing something like I said that a lot of people aren't doing. A lot of bloggers don't go to events, which is kind of weird. But a lot of bloggers, yeah, they don't really go and actually support artists in person. So that's something I'm trying to do more.
Yeah, getting support in person
Yeah,
as a local artist is really, really tough.
yeah,
It
it is.
really is because I mean, you even said because I mean, like you said right there, you've been to shows where it's 50 people,
Yeah,
and who knows how many artists were performing just to get 50 people to show out.
yeah,
Sometimes it's like I've been to shows where they got 10 artists performing and it's
yeah.
50, 60 people at the most in the audience
Mm,
watching them.
wow, man, dang. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, again, it depends, but a lot of time, and I've also had it before where I've seen where one artist will bring 30
Mm,
people, and
yeah.
then it's popping for their set, and then as soon as they leave,
Bro,
every single person
I
that
hate
came.
when that happens, bro. Like that's terrible, bro. Like it'll just the artists will literally just come through just for the set, and they'll take like 12, 14, 15 people with them. Like
Hmm.
man, I hate seeing that happen because that ruins shows, man. That really ruins shows. Because a lot of time those people who do that usually like right before the headliner, so they take a big chunk of the audience, or they're like in the middle of the show, and then the
Oh
person who goes on
yes.
after them is performing for like half of the original audience. I hate when that happens, bro. Like I
Hmm.
seen that happen a couple times. It blows. I feel bad for the people because that fucks up the whole vibe. Like it's a complete vibe switch when you take all those people out the room.
It really does.
Yeah,
I've seen it where I've seen it where by the time the headliner goes up,
yeah.
there's like nobody in the audience, like barely
That's
anybody.
terrible, bro. Yeah, sometimes going on before the headliner is like the best slot. Sometimes being a headliner is not the way to go because people, a lot of people do leave by then. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like when you first get there, maybe
yeah,
like an hour, hour and a half in, that's
yeah,
when most of the people are there.
yeah,
And then, and that's another thing. I want to know if you've seen this. A lot of the local shows
yeah,
that I've been to, and I think this the same everywhere,
yeah.
they are not run very smoothly at all.
Yeah, that's the truth, man. Like, cause a lot of time the promoters they'll double book shows. They may not have or even the people may not have the best like sound setup. That happens a lot. Like I've gone to some terrible shows, man, terrible shows. But it's when the people do it right, things come out dope. But just a lot of time people don't really do good or artists don't do good when it comes to production. Like I mean, I did go to one really dope show. One of the first shows I covered was by this guy named Jet Bailey. He's an up and coming DMV rapper. He and producer. He's super talented. And I mean, he had a band he had a band for his set and everything. He like organized a whole show. That was amazing. But a lot of times, like people, they don't have really good DJs or the sound equipment just isn't that good. Or some of the worst shows are like warehouse shows.
Really?
You, to me at least. Do you have you gone to a lot of warehouse shows?
No.
Okay.
There's a couple venues in the area that I'm
Yeah.
in that kind of get frequented.
Okay.
Uh, they're a bit smaller. The one of the better ones that I went to
Yeah.
was it was a venue that was real. It was like kind of like sketchy. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It wasn't a warehouse show, but it was like kind of small and like kind of sketchy.
Yeah.
But it ended up actually pretty good. The
Yeah. Some
worst,
of those. Yeah.
I think some of the worst ones
Mhm.
that I've been to have been it's been the ones where the DJs are trying to make the performers pay to perform.
Oh yeah, showcases. Yeah. Showcases. Yeah. Though a lot of times showcases just ain't really cracking like that. Cause I mean, you had a whole like dope ass podcast about it. Yeah, people just basically performing for performance. They
Hmm.
perform in front of whoever is performing tonight. A lot of times those things just they don't come out that good because it's no incentive for anybody to go. It's not like it's a billing. It's just like whoever shows up shows up. Promoter makes money, they do good. Then the artist just might meet some more artists. They're not gaining any real fans at all. They just
Hmm.
perform for performance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, but I remember uh, the last show that I had went to,
Yeah,
something that happened was, you ever get it where it'll be a person that is an artist themselves that is
yeah,
they're throwing the show,
yeah,
and they're gonna book all these people to perform. Before they're either gonna perform before them, they might book someone as a headliner after
yeah.
them. What these guys did.
Okay.
So it was they had people perform before them. It was their set, and then the headliners were supposed to go on, but these
Mm.
guys decided that since it was their show, they were going to just they were just going to make their set twice as long. And
Mhm.
pretty much pretty much what happened was all the people that came to see the headliners were sitting there like, what the fuck? Why haven't they gone on yet? It's these people performing that put the event on. They're just like performing for way too long, and it's trash. So they all leaving now.
Mm.
And by the time that the headliners went up, the whole crowd was pretty much gone, because it was almost like that the people that put the show on were they purposely used
Yeah.
the names of the people on the flyer to get everyone there so they could feel like they were the star
Mm.
of the show. And
Yeah.
then and then after everyone left, oh yeah, now the headliners can come on. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really whack. I'm glad I never had nothing like that happen. That's a real whack. I'll be blown. I'll be blown, man. Like when you say they doubled this set, like how long was this set? Was it like a half hour set? Like how when
They
you say double, like how long?
bro, it was like I swear they were on for like it was they performed like a
Yeah,
4 or 5 song thing, and
yeah,
then we're like, okay, our people are going to be going on now because I was with the headliners,
yeah.
and they just performed like 6, 7, 8 more songs and didn't tell
Oh,
anybody. And
oh,
yeah, and the headliners are going down there like asking the DJ like, "Yo, what's going on?" Nope. Like they just purposely weren't telling them anything. They were just gonna like, we're just gonna perform like an extra set, pretty much.
yeah. That's underhanded. And that's crazy. Like that's stupid though too, because no crowd is gonna want that.
No,
I don't
they
know why they
didn't.
would. I don't know why they would do it. That's just stupid. That's not even like helping out with a fan base, bro. Because like at least for most like upcoming artists, like I'll be done after like 5 songs. That's like my max point. I don't really want to hear that much music I
Yeah,
don't really know. But now that's whack and that's just stupid. That's just dumb.
yeah. There was hella people that were just leaving after a while because it was whack as fuck. Because
Yeah,
like the songs weren't even good, and it was these dudes, man. Some of you dudes, when you performing, you be yelling and screaming shit, and nobody can even hear what the song
yeah,
is saying. You just like rap, you like trying to rap, or people be like getting too drunk, too
yeah,
fucked up
that's
trying to
true.
perform, and
Yeah.
it's like it sounds like shit.
Hey yo, speaking of performances, man, one of the dopest performances I saw was probably like a week and a half ago. It's this dude down here named Lil Big Brother. He's from Uptown DC. And yo, he showed, in my opinion, how like all like upcoming artists should, do their set. Like the nigga literally like walked out in the like he started his set by walking up to everybody being like, yo, you about to wake up and enjoy the show and that. Like he walked from the front to the back of the audience, greeted everyone, told them to wake up, enjoy the show before he started his set. And I barely see anybody really know how to interact with the crowd at these local shows. It's kind of like it's somewhat disappointing, but like it's just like a lot. In my opinion, it's like a lot. I guess the artists aren't really. I don't want to say. I guess they're fearful of interacting with the crowd. But it's just when I go to local shows, it's not a lot of like great performers. I know people starting off whatever, but it's just like I wish there were more people who understood the importance of crowd interaction, the importance of like getting off of the stage, especially when you're in a small venue. It's nothing to really just to take a step down to the crowd to really interact with them and connect.
Oh, I agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. The best performers that I've seen have been the ones that are interacting with the crowd. They're going
Yeah.
out and they're doing yeah.
Like
But
get
some
live, like jump on the speakers, whatever, bro. You jump into the audience, jump on the table, jump on the couch, whatever. Like get interactive, man. Like go to the people, bro. If you even doing something simple as walking around the crowd for one song, like get people, somewhat interested. A lot of times people are just really stagnant on stage when they're performing. And when people, don't necessarily know your music, you gotta try to like ease them in and at least and make them feel, get them to gradually open up pretty much. A lot of times people's performing like, just that people are just staring at them. And that's the worst. I feel sorry when that happens to people.
Oh,
I feel really bad.
that's like the staring at them with their arms crossed.
Yeah. And the worst thing is like it'd be small ass rooms. You can hear like the conversation going on in the background. Like niggas be having a whole ass conversation through
Yeah.
somebody's set. Like that's why that's like why like I mentioned earlier, like the dude he started off his set. First thing he did was he told the crowd to spread apart and he walked from front to back, make sure he looked at everyone in that joint, make sure nobody was just bullshitting his whole set. Then the nigga killed it. Like that nigga went in that night. But just a lot of people don't know how to interact with the crowd, or they may, I guess, be a little fearful. But at least take time, do some sort of crowd interaction. That way, people will remember you. If you just on stage the whole time, man, like people will zone out real quick. Go to the back, go take a bathroom break. Won't be looking good.
Or they're just gonna leave.
Yeah, or they gonna leave, which is worse.
One of the biggest things I see is they'll just be standing there, right? They won't be doing anything,
Yeah,
but they'll randomly try to. It's almost like they'll see that the crowd is not fucking with them, and
yeah.
they'll randomly try to be like, "Come on, guys, turn the fuck up! Come on,
Come
guys,
on, bro.
come
I hate
on,
when people
guys,
try to.
come from the back. You're sitting in the back and you're not doing anything. Come on, turn the fuck up, guys." It's
Bro, that's not. No one cares. Like niggas gonna clown you if you do,
eh,
bro. Nah, bro. That's not a good move, man. I
it's
mean,
not a good
I
move.
get it. They may be, that's how they feel in the moment. They just trying to like get it off their chest so they can get through this set. But nah, that's not. That's just not the move. That's not the move. Cause then you can be a joke at that point. Like because
Oh,
when you're on stage, man, you should have the most power in the room. You really like if you're a good artist, you really shouldn't be that bothered. You should be able to kill it and not be too bothered about whatever is going on in the back. When you're on stage, you got the power.
And
Yeah,
and that's the one thing. Like I be seeing people that perform sometimes, and like they'll be like butt hurt. They won't be able to.
yeah,
They don't know how. It's almost like these people don't have the confidence in their voice to control the crowd. It's
yeah,
almost like they're trying to do that, but they sound timid. Like they're like, come on, guys, come on, turn up,
yeah,
guy. It's like they don't know. They don't actually believe that their shit
yeah,
is good enough to actually turn out a crowd like that.
yeah. That's
You know what I'm
true.
saying?
Yeah, you gotta have confidence. And another thing that I've been realizing, I don't know why I just realized it, but having a good DJ is hella important. You need somebody that's gonna get the crowd at least moving a little bit before you go on set. Don't have a stale DJ. 'Cause that shit could kill a concert too. Yeah, if you have DJ that's not playing the right type of music or not really getting the crowd moving at all, that shit could fuck you up before you go on stage. So having a strong DJ is hella important. And then like you said, interacting with the audience is key. Real key.
Mm-hmm. And,
Yeah.
and another big thing is sometimes people's like with
Yeah.
the sound quality will be so bad that sometimes like people be performing and the mic will just cut off randomly. They'll have to
Yeah.
stop,
Ooh.
rewind
Hey,
it.
that's funny as shit. One of the shows I went to a long time ago, it's like a pop up show. It's for this like clothing brand that's in the area. And like, bro, in the middle of the nigga set, like the speakers blew out. So the nigga like moved to the other side of the room. He was like, "Can you just focus on this side while I rap?" Like the whole one speaker's completely blew out in the middle of his set. Like it was terrible. Bro. He had to tell the crowd to move and everything. He had to tell the crowd to move. He's like, "Yo, can you shoot this so it looks like it's a lot of people in the room?" It's like
Oh my god.
that was one of the worst experiences. Like the speakers completely blew out, and it did not work for the rest of the night. Nigga had to perform on one side of the room. Had to like, yo, can y'all just move over for me real quick? Get close.
Oh boy. Oh man.
Yeah, it was bad, man. It was bad. He made it work though. He made it work. But I felt sorry for him when the speaker blew out in the middle of his song.
I mean, I've had it before where, you know, like you ever have it where you go into one of these local shows, man,
Yeah,
and you want to be able to, invite some of your people out,
yeah,
but some of the shows have such a
hmm.
reputation for just not being fun and just kind of like some of the shows
Yeah,
are more stressful than they are fun. And it's like I
Yeah,
don't really want to bring people out and like go and pay for a show that isn't going to be run correctly, or
yeah, it's true.
it's just there's a reason why people aren't gravitating towards these in these local areas.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Because like you mentioned earlier, the audio sometimes could be terrible. Could be terrible, and that really, really ruins the show when the audio is not right. Especially since a lot of rappers, not a lot, but some people using auto tune, and that like when the mic's not working right, and they have like and niggas are like rapping over the track, which a lot of people do today is rap over the track instead of like just doing everything by themselves. It could be terrible. It's just like about I guess like finding the right DJ and make sure the audio equipment is straight. That's the
Do you
main
think
thing.
rapping over the track is really that bad?
I mean, it depends on the track, bro. Like sometimes people do not. Sometimes people don't mix this stuff that well when they starting off. So the track can sound god awful, and then they rapping over it. It just depends on the quality of the music. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. It just really depends on how good the music is mastered. That's one time with like how good your music is mastered really counts. If you're rapping over it for a live audience and the audio equipment isn't that great, it's gonna just sound terrible.
Yeah. And the thing you said about the auto tune,
Yeah,
that I definitely have seen some situations where it'll be someone or they use auto tune on all their songs pretty
yeah,
much,
yeah,
and it
yeah.
just doesn't even sound even close to being
Sounds
good
terrible in
live.
person. Yeah, it sounds terrible in person. Like the whole mood of the song will change because they rely so much on auto tune. Yeah.
Or they won't even be rapping to the lyrics. They'll just be like, yeah, 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 yeah.
Man, yeah. Yeah, that does happen. I haven't seen that happen, a lot. And for me, I haven't seen that happen. But that's terrible. That's
Yeah.
whack. That's hella whack.
But it looks like at least the shows that you've had a chance to cover have been mostly good shows,
Yeah,
though.
it's been mostly good. Like I said, the only ones that really aren't good are usually the warehouse shows because it's like the audio will be bad. Like niggas will be rapping, like it'll just be bright lights and it won't be dimmed or nothing. It'll just be like a big open area with a small ass stage. Like the warehouse shows I've gone to have been all been like universally bad shows. I've never been
Really?
to any good show that's been held in a warehouse. But all of the ones, the actual venues have been pretty good. I mean, the DMV got some good like venues, like the Velvet Lounge is really good. Songbird is like the best, like sort of like small intimate venue. 930 Club is cool. Fillmore is cool. So like, there's a lot of like dope venues. But anytime I've gone to like a warehouse show, I've always been disappointed. Either the lighting is bad, there's no production value at all. So niggas are just rapping on a small ass stage. The microphone is off, and then the room is so big, and the attendance is so small that people are just like in the back, just chilling. So those
Oh
have been the
yeah.
worst
Oh
shows.
yeah. 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 Man.
Like make
And I
sure you
think
have a yeah. My bad.
it's all good. I was just gonna say that I think that probably is when it's a big room but the
Yeah,
attendance is small, it
yeah,
makes people discouraged and think, and they're like, why am I here?
yeah. Definitely. That's how I was when I went to those two different shows. Like the venue just was, it was just way too big. It was way too big for however many people they brought up. It just didn't. It didn't work out. Like I said, lighting could be a problem. The mic could be a problem. Just warehouse shows are not my thing. I don't really mess those type of shows. I mean, I get like when you're on a budget, like those are like the type of places you want to book because they're within your means. But having a real venue to me is really really important. Yeah,
For somebody wanting to throw their own show, I
yeah.
don't know if you know, what for like a small venue, what around like what kind of price point would you say on average could you get a small venue for a night to book it?
Damn, I wish I could answer that question. I know promoters and people who operate venues, but I've never asked anyone because I haven't thrown a show of my own yet. So I wish I could answer that question, but I don't exactly know how much it would cost for an event like that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, I think I'm gonna wrap this up. Is there anything that you would like to say before we go?
Um, I don't know. I guess I plug my Twitter page, even though it's kind of like what everybody does. But
It's all good. It's all good.
yeah, just like yeah, I'm easy to find online or whatever. So just search Juniel Good, Juneil, and then space Goode. Yep, that's it. Follow me, man, and also if this support independent artists. I'm always saying support independent artists. You never know who gonna be the next to blow. Never know. Support your homies if they rapping, if they good. Like yeah, show support.
Real shit. Real shit. All right. We are out.
All
Peace.
right, peace.